Hello, friends, and welcome back to Senior Spotlights, where we discuss the things that matter to senior citizens. Here at Senior Spotlights, we feature short, informative videos on a wide range of topics. Today's podcast focuses on finance, speaking to practical and empowering personal finance tips specifically for seniors and retirees. These are tips based on my experience and research, mostly online. I'm Ed, your host. I am not a professional financial advisor. Whether you're fully retired, semi-retired, or just thinking ahead, this episode is for you. So grab a cup of tea or coffee and let's talk money. Let's start with the basics, knowing what you own. Do you have a clear picture of your finances? If not, let's go through that drawer full of receipts together. Take 20 minutes this week to write down your income sources, like pensions, Social Security, stock dividends, annuities, part-time job or rental income. Write down your savings, IRAs, 401ks, savings and brokerage accounts. Your monthly expenses, fixed expenses like housing, insurance, utilities, or subscriptions, especially those subscriptions you don't use anymore. Or variable expenses like groceries, medications, hobbies, travel. Knowing where your money comes from and where it goes is the first step to peace of mind. Personally, I use a spreadsheet to list all these items out. Also allows you to calculate the income versus the expenses. And there are some great online tools available that will let you set and track your savings goals and build a personalized budget. If you've got a drawer full of paperwork, don't worry. Start with one folder at a time. Or you might ask a friend or family member to help in your organization of this information. Here's a simple rule. If your income is fixed, your spending should be too. Now let's talk about budgeting without the stress. Now I know the word budget sounds like homework, but think of it this way. It's just a spending plan, and the goal to make your money work for you. Here's a simple way to think about it. The 50-30-20 rule, adapted for retirement. 50% is for needs, housing, food, medication, bills. 30% is for wants, hobbies, gifts for the grandkids, travel, etc. And 20% would be for savings, emergencies, repairs, medical bills, any unexpected expenses. And remember, it's okay to adjust your lifestyle to fit your current income. Downsizing or right-sizing, as some call it. Using senior discounts, taking advantage of community programs, that's all smart. Not shameful if you qualify, use them. Comes back to peace of mind. Let's talk about managing debt, understanding assets versus liabilities. First off, aim to pay off a high-interest debt. For example, paying credit cards off in full monthly eliminates high-interest debt, which can run close to the 30% range in some cases. And lastly, avoid taking on new debt. Manage your investments wisely. Keep a conservative investment strategy suitable for your age. Diversify your portfolio to reduce risk and achieve a more balanced portfolio. Use patience and discipline. Don't react impulsively. Stay informed about market trends when making your decisions. Avoid high-fee investments or risky schemes. And consult financial advisors regularly. As I said earlier, I'm not a financial advisor. I manage my own investments because I enjoy it. But for many seniors, it makes sense to use a financial advisor. What's the hardest part about retirement planning for seniors? Trying to remember where you put the plan. One last option is to utilize index funds or ETFs, that's exchange-traded funds, to achieve diversification. They're designed to track the performance of a market index such as the S&P 500. They generally have lower expense ratios compared to actively managed funds because often they're passively managed and they replicate the performance of the market index. Make sure to plan for healthcare costs. Build an emergency fund. Try to set aside 3 to 6 months of living expenses that are readily available. Medical expenses typically increase as a percentage of your income, and you're not always covered by Medicare. So consider supplemental insurance, long-term care options, and if eligible, use HSA, which are health savings accounts, for tax-free medical spending. Let's talk a bit about tax planning. Look for deductions and credits available to seniors. Use tax-advantaged accounts effectively. You can leave money in regular IRA accounts till your 70s. Keep in mind there are different age distributions that need to be taken based on your birth dates, and the money grows in those IRA accounts tax-free. Ask your advisor if it makes sense to convert into a Roth IRA at any point for tax purposes. Be aware of RMDs, which are required minimum distributions, and the age that they must be taken. Waiting till they are required could mean a higher tax bracket depending on the amount that you have to take out. There may be advantages to taking some money out sooner. Do you make charitable contributions? If so, there could be tax advantages to consider. When it comes to taxes, I recommend you consult a tax professional for personalized advice. There are often changes to tax law annually, and they stay on top of them. But if your taxes are straightforward and you want to do them yourself, there are online sites that are automated and walk you through this process. They also update their platforms with all the latest IRS tax changes for the current tax year. Now let's talk about stretching your money without sacrificing joy. Here are some great ways. Senior discounts. Many stores, services, and restaurants offer discounts, but you have to ask. Library perks, free books, movies, and classes. All you need is a library card. Pharmacy loyalty programs. These can help on prescriptions and health items. Government support. Look into guaranteed income supplement, home support programs, veteran support programs, or property tax relief. Every dollar helps. Review your health insurance and Medicare options, including consideration of supplemental insurance for additional coverage. Keep track of medical expenses for potential deductions. Living well doesn't always mean spending more, especially if your income has been reduced in retirement. Sometimes it's just spending smarter. One last thought today, and it's a big one: leaving a legacy. Whether you have $100, $100,000, or $1 million, what you leave behind matters. There are 3 simple steps. Make or update your will. It's a gift to your loved ones, a roadmap when you're gone. I would also mention to update beneficiaries on accounts. That actually supersedes what is stated on the will. It does not require going through the probate process. Sign a power of attorney and healthcare proxy. Someone you trust to help if you become unable to manage affairs yourself. Talk openly with your family. Let them know your wishes, values, and hopes. That's it for today's episode of Senior Spotlights on Finance. Remember, it's never too late to make wise money choices. Be proud of how far you've come and be hopeful for what's ahead. Remember, you're never too old to learn something new. Ask questions, take your time, trust your instincts. And always celebrate the small wins, like saving $10. Reminds me of what I heard once about a senior idea of fast cash. Finding $10 in the pocket of a jacket you haven't worn since 1998. Hey, I'm here all week. Spotting a scam or finally creating a budget, and also have fun. You may have to go off budget for a short period to experience a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. If you found today's episode helpful, please share it with a friend or family member. If you have questions or ideas for future topics, we'd love to hear from you at seniorspotlights.com. Till next time, I'm Ed, reminding you, you deserve financial peace in every season of life. Take care. Join us again soon for another session of Senior Spotlights. Till then, stay well, stay curious, and keep thriving.